A trolley car is hurtling down towards 5 people on the track and is about to kill them all. You could pull a lever and make the trolley swerve onto another track where only one person would be killed. What would you do? Would you pull it?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Of course, Professor Shades. It's a simple decision. Having 1 death is obviously better than 5. Okay, now imagine there's only 1 track and there are 5 people on it, and there's a fat man standing next to the track. And you can just give him a little gentle nudge and he'd fall onto the track. He would die, but his mass would derail the trolley, thus saving the 5 people. Would you push him?
What? Oh, no. What are you talking about?
Oh, no, Professor Shades, I would never do that. Wait, whatever happened to, it's a simple decision. 1 person dying is better than 5.
What happened to that mother?
Come on, Professor Shades, that's not fair. Pushing someone onto the tracks is very different from pulling a lever. Come on now, I can never do that. Just psychologically, I can't bring myself to do it. It's not the same. Okay, fine. What if the fat man is on a bridge, standing over a trap door? You can pull a lever that opens the trap door, and the fat man would fall onto the track. Would you do it then? Now it's the same as the first scenario. In both cases, you are pulling a lever, causing 1 person to die instead of 5. Would you pull it? Pull it, pull it. You're probably thinking, oh man, this is confusing. You know what? I'm not gonna get involved. This is not my problem. If I ever find myself in any of these scenarios, I'm not gonna interfere. I'm just gonna close my eyes and do nothing. Okay, I feel you. Let me modify the scenario. You are now the driver of the trolley car.
Oh, God!
Now you can no longer say it's not your problem. It is literally your problem. It's your freaking job. You have to do something.
So what you gonna do?
If you do nothing, you condemn 5 people to death. You could have simply flipped the switch, reducing the casualties from 5 to 1, but you did nothing, you coward. But wait, if you did flip the switch, notice what you've done here. There was an innocent man on track 2 who was not supposed to die, and you decided he should die. You're playing God, basically. Could you live with that decision? You might be thinking, man, this philosophical problem is very interesting. I really enjoyed thinking about it. But that's the problem with philosophy. It's too abstract, it's too theoretical. It has no practical use in the real world. Realistically, you would never face the trolley problem in real life. You would be wrong. Especially with the rise of autonomous vehicles and self-driving cars, such problem is very real. Picture this. You are riding in your self-driving car, sipping on your bubble tea, when suddenly a pedestrian appears in the middle of the street. Should the car swerve to the side and crash into another car, risking the lives of the family of 5 inside, not to mention your life? Or should it just plow through the pedestrian? I have an even more interesting scenario for you. You're riding in your self-driving car, and the large truck in front of you suddenly hits the brake. On your right is a motorcycle driver who is wearing a helmet. On your left, there's a motorcycle driver who is not wearing a helmet. Your car has 3 options. Crash into the truck. Of course, it's going to apply the brakes, but there isn't enough distance for the car to brake safely. So you're going to crash. So crash into the truck, or swerve right, or swerve left. You probably don't want to crash into the truck. You don't want to die or get severely injured. You're probably thinking the car should swerve right and hit the motorcycle driver who is wearing a helmet because he has a higher chance of surviving than the other motorcycle driver. Makes sense? Makes sense. But wait, do you see what you've done here? You have penalized the guy on the right for being a responsible citizen. You are punishing him for wearing the helmet, and you're rewarding the irresponsible guy who's not wearing the helmet. Now, if instead, to avoid this problem, the car swerves left into the guy who is not wearing a helmet, that also feels wrong. It's as if the car is saying, yeah, that's what you get for not wearing a helmet, punk. Your car is now dishing out street justice. And who should decide on these matters? The programmer working on the car's software? The government? Elon Musk? By the way, I purposely did not give any definitive solutions in this video because I'm interested to hear your thoughts. So, what's the right thing to do in all those scenarios that we covered in this video? I'm very curious to read your comments.
This train is going to crash into these 5 people. Should we move the train to go this way, or should we let it go that way?
This way.
I'd keep an eye on that child.
You ain't saving no college money, you saving bail money.
I think the lesson that the child was trying to teach us here is that when faced with an ethical dilemma, make sure you don't leave any witnesses.